Good morning, Kuya! This is Liza. In today's Pet Talk, we're hanging out with Ingrid to talk about what it's like having gecko as a pet. So, how are you, Ingrid?
I'm doing good.
Thank you so much for having us here.
It is my pleasure. Welcome to my home. Good morning, Kuya. My name is Ingrid. This is my pet gecko, Dewey. And I'm really excited to talk about how cool geckos are. Hi, my name is Ingrid. I'm 16 years old and I'm a huge pet lover. When I was starting having these kinds of pets, it was usually around 7th grade. I started out with a reticulated python. His name was Olaf, and unfortunately he isn't here today because he passed away due to a heat stroke. Other than Olaf, I also started having other kinds of snakes, ball pythons and a corn snake, and as well as this gecko. This gecko's name is Dewey, and he's been with me for over a year compared to another one. His name is Ernesto. He's been with me ever since after Olaf's death.
So, Ingrid, when did you become interested in taking care of a gecko as a pet?
When I went to a zoo when I was little, they offered you to hold reptiles. And when I went there and held one, I immediately knew that I would come around to love geckos.
What type of gecko is your pet?
It's a leopard gecko and it's common in the reptile community and it's recommended as a beginner pet.
So, how do you take care of them? Like, how do you feed them or clean their habitat?
I maintain their enclosure by making sure it's clean and comfortable to live in. And I usually check if their water is filled and feed them twice a week.
What should be prepared before taking care of a gecko?
Have an enclosure big enough for them to roam around in and not big enough as they are because it's too small for them, as well as preparing a water dish and food. Any food is alright as long as it's insect like superworms and crickets, and prepare as well calcium powder.
Is taking care of a gecko expensive?
Not really. It's because most of their resources can be found in pet stores.
So, how long is the lifespan of geckos?
It's usually around 10 to 15, so they can live around up that long.
So, as a gecko owner, what advice can you give to other gecko owners?
Just make sure they are in a comfortable enclosure and make sure they're happy and well fed.
So, do you know any interesting facts about geckos?
I do, and there's this one where they drop their tail when they feel threatened. And there's another one where if you put two female geckos together in the same enclosure, they would become friends and live in harmony. As if you put two males, they would usually start a fight.
That's it! Thank you so much for hanging out with Ingrid and me. I hope you had a blast discovering the world of geckos. Until next time, bye-bye!